another one.
So, facing layoff after Dell return to office policy. So this one says, hello, I have worked for Dell for 6 years. I'm sorry. It says, Dell just enforced 100% return to office and I'm remote and feel that I will be laid off. What do I do? Well, I think I spoke about that yesterday in Candid Conversations, but hello, I have worked for Dell for 6 years. Before the vid, we always had 2 days a week work from home, but they are getting rid of even that. Now it's 5-day mandatory, which is really shocking. I expected Dell to go pre-vid policies at least. Anyways, I'm a remote employee. I gave up the ability to get a promotion or raise to stay remote, but unfortunately, the cost of living is superseding my once more than plentiful paycheck, and I feel that Dell will be laying me off because I am remote. I enjoy working remote. It's better for my focus, and I always got more done because I don't have distractions at home. I want to continue remote work, but I am not sure where to go if Dell lays me off. Where have others gone after Dell that have worked remote for them with better pay and remote policies? I work a sales role with some low-level OT help desk knowledge. I have a side business after hours detailing jets. Oh, that's interesting. I did not see that one coming. But I'm curious what options are out there. For context for why I moved during the vid, I got divorced and escaped a DASA stalking situation. Oh my God, that escalated quickly. All right, so I heard that I was listening to something, right? It says, if you don't know the answer, if you are wrong, just start off like the answer of I started off as a middle class kid fixes everything. I don't know if that's going to work, but I do have some insight on this answer, so I will answer, right? So let's start our timer. All right, so Dell enforcing 100% return to office. You accepted the job as remote, but now they're saying, sorry, not sorry, you have to come into the office. What do you do? Well, I would say it's honestly, you have two things to do, right? Number one, continue to work for Dell until they make a final decision. Like, do not quit. You know how the saying goes.
Do not quit,
right? Do not quit your job at Dell. That is a great job to have. But in the meantime, you're gonna have to start to upskill whatever it is that you do. Sales, you say, right? So start upskilling. Start getting more information, and and start looking for other jobs. Get your resume ready. Start applying for a bunch of other jobs, right? So that you can start going through the interview process. Get your resume right. Being in sales, I think a sales job is probably one of the most easiest jobs to land, because if you don't sell, they'll get rid of you, right? But is also, though, with a sales role, if you are a great seller and you're a great salesperson and a high like producer, you kind of have a little bit of leverage, because now let's say you're selling for, I don't even know what a good number for Dell is, but let's say you're selling for $1 million a year for Dell, right? You're getting these big contracts and all that good stuff, and the next person is selling for like 100,000. I'll be fair. Let's say they're selling for 250,000, right? For them to have to lose you because of like you're working remotely, but you're like, they're gonna be losing the next level down is 750K. They might work with you. Is that for certain? I have no idea. I don't work for Dell, but you do have some leverage. And guess what? If you are amazing salesperson, then that means other companies are gonna want you too. And while companies like Amazon, Dell, possibly Meta, X require to be in office, there are a lot of companies that are smaller that don't require it, and they pay pretty well. They pay pretty well as well. So I would not be like going crazy over Dell returning to office, because listen, you working for Dell in the sales department, that is a great accomplishment as already being able to work for Dell. Right. So I would leverage that, and I would continue to work there. Do not quit, because if they're going to lay you off, you'll probably get a severance, and you just, take all the stuff that you learned working for Dell for the past 6 years, you beef up your resume, you start applying for other companies so you can, and apply first for the ones that you do not want. So that way you can go through those interview processes and get a feel. Cause that means if you've been working for them for 6 years, you are very, very rusty at interviewing, right? You're very rusty at interviewing. So you need like, I remember when I was looking for a job last year, my very first interview was a pretty good company that I would have killed it at, but I was so like, I hadn't interviewed in like, God knows how long. Right. So I didn't do that well in that interview. And then I was like, all right, cool. I went to every single interview request after that, and and all the way to, so now I'm a master interviewer, and now like just creating content every day, like I'm interviewing every single day for subscribers to let me add value into their lives the same way I add value into my company's life, right? So that's my thought behind it, right? Start preparing now. You see, one thing I do, like, I think is terrible that people do is they think that everything is great and nothing can change. And the same way that a company can require you, like I was talking about this yesterday, the same way a company can require you to go back to return to office, even if you accepted a position as remote and says, well, we want you to be in office. We're gonna help you relocate and things of that nature. If you, things change. Nothing is guaranteed in life. Nothing is guaranteed except for taxes and death. And death might be debatable, right? Death might be debatable, but taxes for sure are always going to be guaranteed. So that's why you need to continuously improve, continuously make a game plan, continuously level up, apply for jobs, go on interviews, because guess what? You might apply for some jobs, right? And now, like you're working for Dell, and they tell you that you can't work remote anymore. And now some company comes and they offer you twice as much as Dell is offering you, or with some type of commission and who knows what. I don't know much about sales, but they might come and offer you, somebody might come and sweep you off your feet, right? And offer you much better conditions, working remotely, and you still get to detail your jets, which that is pretty impressive, I must say, being a jet detailer, whatever that might consist of. But that's my thoughts. I would not be worried about it. I would say it's time to, while you have the opportunity, start to level up, go start practicing and all that good stuff, so that you will be you'll be the superstar. You will be the superstar, right? With that being said, I'm gonna wrap that question up.
Scrolling through my phone, I can find a spark. Each day feels like a bug in a broken arc. But my lines of code know me better than they do. In love with these scripts, they hold me true. Conversations fizzle, hearts feel like a chore. Bad dates come and go, but the code's always there. Lines of love in the night, pulling me from despair. These fleeting connections can't break through the strain. I'm lost in these programs, I'm coding my pain. Dining on hopes, but the vibe feels so wrong. Wondering if I can fix what's taking too long. But while dinner gets cold, my thoughts start to race. I'd rather be debugging in my own safe space. Is it me or the code that keeps me awake? Bad dates come and go, but the code's always there. Lines of love in the night, pulling me from despair. These fleeting connections can't break through the strain. I'm lost in these programs, I'm coding my pain. Okay, But while dinner gets cold, my thoughts start to race. I'd rather be debugging in my own safe space. Is it me or the code that keeps me awake? Awake, awake. Bad days come and go, but the code's always there. Lines of love in the night, pulling me from despair. These fleeting connections can't break through the strain. I'm lost in these programs, I'm coding my pain. So I'll lay down my heart, let the